Do you ever wish you could turn off your brain? Not permanently or anything, but just for a little while. I feel like that a lot. There is a lot of overthinking when it comes to my anxiety. My brain conjures up the worst possible things that could happen in any given situation and makes me believe things that are really just all in my head. I don't answer questions in class because I'm scared of what people think of my voice, the way I stand, and the way I look, and the way I dress.
Boy, get off my lawn.
I convince myself that they would hate me for these things and just stay seated and silent even when I know the answer. The truth is, they probably wouldn't think anything of these things, but the fact that I don't know for sure is terrifying as hell. If I were to get picked to answer something in class, which rarely happens, thank God, as soon as the teacher makes eye contact, it's like I forget to breathe and I physically am shaking and I get lightheaded when I try to stand. To me, the worst part of my anxiety would have to be the almost constant fear that people hate me for just being there. A few years ago, I was looking into therapy and what it might have to offer to someone like me. At that time, I was having the worst panic or anxiety attacks I'd ever had. In fact, that was mostly when I became aware of the fact that maybe not everything was as okay as it seemed. And so I went online to one of the most popular therapy providers out there. I knew I couldn't really afford it, but I was curious. I wanted to see what it was all about. I filled a form, wrote about my feelings, and a few days later, I got to hear from an actual therapist. What it was just a one-off message about the stuff that I had written, and the more I looked into what the therapist wrote, I kept seeing anxiety. Now I know that this is not a diagnosis, of course, that would require a whole lot more talking and getting to knowing, but it gave me an idea. This might be why I can never speak up or express my displeasure in certain situations, no matter how uncomfortable I am, why it takes a lot for me to feel welcome in spaces, why walking into a room of my peers feels about as good as swallowing knives, why I overanalyze every breath and every glance and every change in tone. It's like, do I sound weird? Do they hate me? Am I doing this right? Why do I do everything wrong? I'm always in my head so much, and I hate being in my head so much, but I don't know how not to. I think I definitely have more of a social anxiety type of thing, which is basically an intense fear of being judged or evaluated negatively or rejected in social situations, which is devastating truly, because I like the idea of being social and I like people, and I'm really only able to be comfortable and not completely spiral if I'm with people I know really well. And even then, it's like it picks and chooses when to strike, so I never know. But if you ever see me at a function, not saying anything, avoiding eye contact, and just being strangely quiet AF, I most likely am also not breathing properly. Here's my tea, Lily. I wanted to put all these feelings and thoughts thoughts into a video and kind of give, a glimpse of how fun my thoughts are. But if this is something you can relate to, and I hope not, but on the off chance that it is, I hope that you're doing better now than before, because I certainly am. And I hope that your thoughts get kinder to you.
If you haven't noticed, this channel is dedicated to the sky and clouds and trees. Like, how could I not? They're so pretty. They're so fine. They're so flipping pretty. Try not to swear. And green, oh my god, green is like the best color in the entire world, and I stand by that till the day I die.